with the aim to actively demonstrate commitment to the transformation of South Africa's capital markets as well as stimulate the growth of emerging black stockbrokers. The JSE introduced the Black Stockbroker Program through its Enterprise Development Program. Launched in 2016, the program was designed to provide financial relief to emerging black stockbroking firms in order to support them in sustaining growth within their businesses. These brokers are selected based on the criterion for being a 51% black-owned, having a turnover of under the 100 million rand per annum, being a member of the JSE in good standing. The program, which forms a pivotal part of the JSE's transformation strategy, feeds into the JSE's mandate to contribute to South Africa's national agenda. Navigare Securities joined the JSE Black Broker Program in 2016. We sat down with CEO Simadi Mutau to learn more about the company's progression and how the program has played a role in helping sustain growth within the business.
Hi, my name is Simadi Mutau. I'm the Chief Executive of Navigare Securities, based in Johannesburg, Harton. So Navigare Securities is a stockbroking company. We are a level 1 BEE service provider. We provide a service transacting on the JSE for all the investment managers based here in South Africa, pension funds, as well as some of the corporates. We look at our client holistically. In the development of capital markets in South Africa, there's been a lot of regulatory changes. And what we try and do is partner with our clients as they tweak and change their systems to meet the regulatory requirements. We then assist them and consult with them to make sure that they are optimal in their setup. Secondly, we also service a client on a business development perspective. In other words, we try and help their business development teams to better map the environment of asset owners. And then lastly, we then service the investment teams. In other words, what we try and do, we try and be an input into their investment decision-making processes. How we differentiate ourselves there is that what we've done is we've invested in big data and technology. And with the data service, what we're trying to use our data to figure out what's happening on the ground today. So in other words, if, say, for example, Stats SA is going to release the South African CPR figure in a month's time, we can tell you what the CPR figure is likely to be today based on the data that we are collecting on the ground today. Navigare Securities has had a pretty awesome history. It was founded in 2009. We are 51% black owned. A challenge for any small, medium-sized business is cash flow. With the JSE Black Broker Program, what it allowed us to do is that we know that we're getting certain cash flows, or we can at least try and forecast those cash flows, and that allows us to plan. Now, if I go back and rewind a little bit, back in 2019, for example, where the market was actually very difficult for the stockbroking industry. And in fact, if you go back, there was a lot of consolidation, there was a lot of closing of doors of both some international brokers, as well as some local and black-owned brokers. And essentially, it's a very tough and difficult environment. But because of the assistance that we managed to get from the program, we're able to take those capital injections into our cash flow and be able to then, one, use it, for example, to hire in the right areas, but two, to also to try and help beef up our cash flow. So over the last 5 years, for example, if you look at our headcount, we've actually grown. So in an environment where it's been a very tight environment for brokers, we've actually grown our headcount, and we're still looking to hire more later on this year. So all the assistance we're getting from these enterprise development programs, particularly the JSE one, really goes a long way in helping us to grow our business.
We'd like to commend Navigare Securities for actively participating in the program and wish them further success and the best in their growth journey.